I'm Dr. Gayatri Pala. I head the program of pain relief and palliative care in the MNJ Cancer Hospital. I'm also one of the founder member of the NGO called Pain Relief and Palliative Care Society. We created this NGO called Pain Relief and Palliative Care Society in the year 2007. The initial program was a hospital-based program, and soon we realized most of our patients are in the community. And it's not just about patients with cancer. There are a lot of patients with non-cancer conditions who need palliative care. And that's the reason we thought that we'll make another organization which can work in the community in collaboration with the hospital-based program to improve the access to care. There are 4 main areas to our work. We provide palliative care support to patients within the oncology hospital. We run a 24-bed hospice. We provide home-based care within the local community in the city, and we run a community-based outreach program extending into rural areas. The vast majority of people we support have limited financial resources. All the services that the society provides are free of cost. In 2011, the government recognized our work and formally established the Department of Pain Relief and Palliative Care at the hospital. This was very significant because it meant that the key staff posts became financially supported by the government. In the department, we have doctors, nurses, and social workers. Our main function is to support patients for whom curative treatment is no longer realistic. We help patients and families accept that a cure is not possible and that the focus now is to provide effective pain relief and manage the condition. This is very emotional transition for people. We see about 50 adult patients and 10 to 15 children each day. An important part of our work is raising awareness and capacity around palliative care within the health sector. Our 24-bed hospice is available for patients in the later stages of life and for those who need extra help in managing pain and stabilizing their condition. Around 600 patients a year use the hospice, of whom about 10% are children. The majority of our patients spend about 2 weeks in the hospice before they die. A small number come to us to give respite to their families or to stabilize their condition before continuing to live at home. In the last stages of life, our hospice team makes sure that patients who wish to die at home can be transferred as comfortably as possible in the hospice ambulance. Very difficult and expensive for families to hire a taxi to transport deceased people back to their home for their funeral. So the hospice ambulance is available for this very important need. Our home-based care program consists of 3 vans covering a 50-kilometer radius from the hospital. At any one time, the program supports around 140 patients. Each van has a driver, a nurse, and a social worker. One doctor rotates between 3 vans. The service supports patients in the later stages of life to remain at home and manage their pain and condition. As well as cancer, the service supports patients with other conditions, including renal failure, HIV/AIDS, stroke, paralysis, and dementia. The nurses provide appropriate care such as cleaning and dressing infections. Medicines and drugs, including morphine, are distributed and administered by the team under direction of the medical doctor. Importantly, the team listens to the patients and family members and answers their questions. They provide a telephone number so families can contact them anytime for advice or in case of an emergency. The team gives confidence to patients and families and reassure that they are doing the right things. This reassurance and emotional support is so important. The community-based outreach program extends into rural areas up to a radius of 80 kilometers from the hospital. The program is centrally coordinated but employs 2 field staff who are members of the rural communities. The field staff are not medical, but they are given basic training in palliative care and provide the link into communities. The field staff conduct surveys in villages and record the health needs of families. This information is then analyzed by the coordination team and medical doctors, and early detection of illness is often possible. An appropriate care plan is put in place, which is regularly monitored by the field staff. Follow-up visits are made by the outreach team and a telephone number is given so families can ring for additional advice or in an emergency. Illness can carry a lot of stigma in rural areas, and people often approach our field staff discreetly. There's a common fear that cancer is contagious, so field staff spend a lot of time talking to families and answering questions. A big challenge is always to help families accept a terminal illness and to understand that our services cannot cure people. But with our support, families can help their loved ones be relieved of unnecessary pain and live out their lives as comfortably as possible.